You're listening to Success Stalkers Radio, episode 18 with Billionaire PA. Welcome to Success Stalkers Radio. I am your host, Iona Garrett. People all over the globe are rewriting the rules to success. They're making money and changing the world. Join me Monday through Friday as I interview today's top entrepreneurs, business leaders, and entertainers that will leave you inspired to take action and achieve success on purpose. Are you ready? Let's dive right in. Okay, Success Stalkers, let's get started. I am your host, Iona Garrett, and this is another episode of Success Stalkers Radio. I am simply thrilled to introduce my guest today, the Billionaire PA. So, Billionaire, are you ready to stalk some success today?
I am ready to stalk success and, speak dreams into existence.
I love it. Good deal. Good deal. Well, Billionaire PA is the founder of Wealthy Minds, Inc., which is headquartered in Beverly Hills, California. Wealthy Minds' mission is to infect over 1 billion people with success, motivation, and wealth, encouraging the world to speak their dreams into existence and develop a wealthy mind. So whether your daily dose of inspiration be received through their Dream Wall, themed clothing apparel, documentaries, films, and TV shows, inspirational videos, music, books, sponsor a kid's dream, sponsor a homeless dream, mentor programs, are the motivational speeches by Billionaire PA. Wealthy Minds, Inc. will undoubtedly encourage you to speak your dreams into existence and develop a wealthy mind. So, Billionaire, I've given our listeners just a little overview, so I want you to take a minute, tell us about you personally, because we want to get to know you, and then give us an overview of your success path.
Well, personally, I personally, my personal and my business is, the exact same because I wake up every single day and I love what I do every single minute of it. I figured out a way to help people 24 hours a day instead of just helping them 8 hours in a work day. Like some people go to work for 8 hours and, they only got 3-4 hours to if they want to help people, and then they got to sleep, I guess, the other 6 or 7 hours. And so I just choose to help people through, our company, and that's my passion. That's what I love to do. That's my personal life. I love the kids that I work with. I love the adults I work with. And so we just living the dream.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Well, Billionaire, we're going to dive way into your journey, okay, in just a little bit. But before we do that, we always like to start Success Stalkers Radio off with a success quote. And I know you have plenty of those. So to really get that motivational ball rolling, so take it away.
The quote that I would start Success Stalkers off with is, tie yourself to greatness before failure chokes you.
Wow. Love that. That's awesome. Is that one of yours?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I only say my quotes.
Okay. I love your quotes. That's awesome. Okay. Well, also, Billionaire, we're all about the story here at Success Stalkers Radio. We're all about your journey. So, I know you've had quite an amazing journey. I've been privileged to kind of know a little bit about your background, but our listeners and our audience don't. But we want to focus first and foremost on a failure or say a challenge, a time in your life when you possibly fell flat on your face. And I want you to take us there, make us feel like we are right there with you. And then I want you to share some lessons that you learned from that failure with our audience.
Well, first and foremost, every time I have failed, I've decided, I fell on my back. So therefore, I have the opportunity to look up and understand that, I can still get up. And so I try not to fall on my face. But in the world of business, the goal of success is to fail 1,000,000 times, never give up. And so, I'm addicted, I'm addicted to, like I would say, I'm in love with, success, and I'm cheating on failure. And like my quote say, fall in love with success and cheat on failure. because you got to get used to failing if you want to be successful. So I used to sleep in the back of a truck, but what is failure to me and what is failure to another person, it is completely different because my mindset is totally different than most people. I love problems because I know how to solve them. It's okay, like I say, it's okay to be broke as long as you know how to fix that situation. And so when I was living in my truck, it's like, my physical body is in the truck, but your mind can be anywhere you want it to be. And so that's the way I think. Y'all don't never see my current situation. I always see where I actually am. And because of if your mind can go there, you'll end up there.
That's powerful. I love it. Well, what I want to do next is transition to the other end of the spectrum because I know you've had so many light bulb moments, so many aha moments, and I want you to just tell us about one. Tell us about one aha moment and share with us how you turned it into success for yourself.
I mean, well, one of the biggest aha moments for myself is just to create an actual brand while you living in the back of your truck. And, all thousands, hundreds of thousands. And, so many people just tell you that it won't work. And then 10 years later, your message is all over the world. Like, that's an accomplishment for myself, a little African-American kid from Alexander. Well, first and foremost, I'm from heaven. I got dropped off in Ellis City, Alabama. So it's a privilege and an honor to see that, not only adults take a kind to your message, but the youth around the world that stand behind the message of speaking dreams into existence. And it's, we like Malcolm X in a positive way. Any means necessary. Us young people is getting this message out there, and we will change the world. That's just how we feel. We tired of, we don't want to talk about the problems that's going on in the world no more. We're going to do everything we can to execute. And that's what I just try to teach with the kids that I work with. Talk less, execute more.
That's powerful. So powerful. And you mentioned that, you created this from the back of, when you were in the back of your truck, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if we can just take just another minute or two, I want you to just kind of share a little bit about how you created Wealthy Minds.
Well, I took a journey from Alabama to, once I committed a couple felonies in my younger days, and when I got off of probation and I was able to leave the state of Alabama, I said, you know what, I'm trapped inside of a negative environment and I need to get away, so I had to set my mind free. So I traveled from Alabama to California. It took me 3 days to drive there. When I got there, I found out the person that had invited me, to live in California, they actually didn't own the place. So, they didn't own the place. They was renting a room in the house. And so that changed my living situation a little bit. And, after a certain time of living in the situation I was in, my money had ran out. And when my money ran out, I couldn't get no job. 152 companies rejected me. And that's how I wrote the quote, I don't look for jobs, I create them. 152 companies rejected me due to my felonies that I had in the past. So it was difficult for me to get a job. So as you can see, I was actually forced into creating a job because I never thought that I was worthy of creating a job because I always hung around people that told me to get a job. And so while I was sleeping in my truck, I deactivated my brain from negativity. And when I reactivated my brain, I reactivated to a wealthy mind. And therefore, that's how I wrote, I speak dreams into existence in the back of the truck. I wrote, it's okay for your pockets to be broke. Just make sure your mind makes sense in the back of my truck. And I wrote, most people can see, but not everyone has vision. Because at the end of the day, man, if it's your dream, nobody ain't got to see it but you.
Wow. That is so powerful. I'm telling you, I fell in love with your story from the moment that I saw the video on YouTube, and I've just been a follower ever since. And your story is just so remarkable, and I can't wait for the whole world to know more about you. And whatever part we can do here at Success Talkers Radio, we will definitely help share your message.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I appreciate you for, building your platform and, especially a positive platform, whether regardless of your struggles and your trials and your tribulations you go through. I would just encourage you to wake up every day and keep pushing that journey. And, because I learned that in business, you're never going to finish the work, so you just got to work for satisfaction. And that's what we do every day. We don't work to complete nothing. We just work to, be satisfied with our, with being productive. That's what I like to say. I don't like to use the word busy because to me, busy is equivalent to being broke. But when you're productive, that's equivalent to making profits.
You are so right. Oh, you are just dropping some serious nuggets on us today. Thank you so much. Love it, love it, love it. Well, Billionaire, let's shift the focus for just a minute because I want to shine the spotlight on you for a minute, okay? I want you to share with us one of your proudest entrepreneurial moments?
Oh man, to be honest, the proudest one is when I went downtown and I got my tax ID number and I was ready to do business. To be honest with you, I didn't even have no money in the bank account. I was just happy to create something and my name was on it and it was legal. So I was happy about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, aside from that, I did a speech one time. Um, I did a speech one time, and this 17-year-old young lady, she walked up to me and she just told me that, I didn't even know her. She told me that she had been wearing one of my bands that said you can never have too much faith. She said she had a daughter when she was like 13 years old, 13 or 14, and her daughter got taken away from her. She had never seen her, and she said she had found my message online, and she said that quote has been was getting her through her days and her years to inspire her to one day have the faith that one day she'll see her daughter. So when a child walk up to you and say that, and you don't even know him, that was a aha moment for me because it was a person that, just look at it this way. My brand started with me knowing everybody who had the product, and then it went to now I don't know who has heard the message or who is wearing the product, and that was a proud moment for me.
Oh my goodness. I'm just so excited for you, and I'm proud of you for creating such an incredible platform, and I know you're going to go over 1 billion people. I know that's your mission, but you're definitely going to go over that, and I know you know that already.
Oh yeah, yeah. The billion is really an infinite number to me. So I just threw that out there just to let people, because where I'm from, people believe in making $1 million, but most people don't see themselves becoming a $1 billion. So you never know. I might change my name to Trillionaire PA. I haven't
I
decided.
love it. I
It's,
love it.
you know,
And I know you get asked all the time about your name, right?
Oh yeah, all the time. But it's I wanted to change my grandmama told me one time it's best to stand for something, otherwise you should sit down. And so when I named myself, I named myself that was something I would stand up for, regardless of what other people think about it. You know how crazy you got to be to stand up broke and tell people to call you billionaire, but that's what I made people call me because that's what I was. It wasn't just about making money, but I want to understand that, I do like to make money as a hobby, but my passion is to really help people. It's nothing wrong. It seems like the more success a person comes, people want to, say that call the person selfish and stuff like that. And I tell people all the time, don't get upset with me because I got bigger dreams and bigger goals, and this is what's important to me.
Right, exactly, exactly. You are so right on, so right on. Well, we both know, that being an entrepreneur, billionaire, can sometimes be a roller coaster of emotions. Maybe not for you, but for some people out there, it can be. So, because you can be up today and then down tomorrow, and sometimes people just want to quit. So, can you tell our success talkers, our listeners, how do you keep your focus, and how do you keep your end result in mind?
Well, to be honest with you, I never like to, talk at people, and I will only tell them what works for me. And if you want to stay on the right track, I feel like, I tell you what I do for myself. I think you become what you hang around. And if you want to be successful, if you plan to be have any type of success, you got to hang around what you want to be like. And I've realized that a wealthy person can teach you how to be rich, and a rich person can't teach you how to be broke. But a broke person always want to give you advice on how to get rich. And so, I realized that success isn't measured by how long we run our mouth, it's measured by results. And so I chose to start listening to the wealthy-minded people, the people that speak wealth 24/7, but not just speak it. They eat, sleep, breathe it. They speak health. They speak wealth. And you know what I'm saying? If you look in the police car, the police officer rides in the car with another police officer. The fireman rides in the truck with another fireman. The drug dealer hangs with the
True.
drug dealer. The broke people hang with the broke people. The rich hang with the rich, and the wealthy hang with the wealthy. That's the key to success for me.
You're so right on. I tell you, I'm just really enjoying this interview. Thank you so much for just providing so much value for our listeners, because we have so many people that are listening to this show that are hungry, they're passionate, they're looking to either start a business or start some sort of creative project, and sometimes they just need a mentor. So my goal to create this platform was to be that voice and to create something that people can come here every day, Monday through Friday, and hear from somebody like you and help to inspire them. Not only just motivate, because, anybody can motivate and rah, 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 but to inspire. You're actually out there, you're grinding, you're doing it. So, you're definitely an incredible role model for not only kids, but for adults. I mean, for everybody. So I really applaud you for that.
No, I appreciate it. It's a team effort, man. God really blessed me with an opportunity and great people, that support me fully and completely. So, I'm very thankful. I don't even take the credit for all the success that we do. It's just I'm just the man I'm the engine in the car. But you got to have four wheels, you got to have a radio, you got to have four seats, and you got to have the right four people around you when it comes time to go in a positive war. If you get what I'm saying. And so I choose to hang with people who seriously want to change the world, and in their mind, that's what we believe that. We eat, sleep, breathe it every single day. We wake up to do world-changing things every single day.
And you're doing it. You're doing it because I see what you're doing on a daily basis, and you're definitely doing it. Yeah, it won't be long before the rest of the world knows what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. And another thing, my new single is about to come out. I would love for your people to please go on iTunes. I just released one single. My music name is not Billionaire PA. My music name, however, is Wealthy Minds. That is my alter ego person when, just because I wanted to do something different and step out of my comfort zone and not speak to y'all. I wanted to provide y'all inspirational music.
I love that. Well, we're definitely going to talk about that right before we get off this call for sure. So now the last thing, we're actually at what I call the success round. So we're gonna kind of just box a little bit. We're gonna go back and forth if that's okay with you, if that's all right.
Oh, absolutely. Whatever you would like to do.
Okay.
As long as positive blows, I'm good with it.
Oh, it's all good. It's all positive, I promise you.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. So what is it that held you back, which I don't really think anything held you back, but what was it that held you back before becoming an entrepreneur before you started?
Blaming other people for my own problems and not taking full responsibility for yourself.
That's good. That's a big one.
Not being able to forgive people that hurt you 10 years ago and you still talking about it today.
Yeah, definitely will hold you back for sure. So what is the best business advice you've ever received, and who gave it to you?
The best business advice, to be honest with you, if I could encourage anybody, I tell anybody that starts a business, if you are not self-motivated, and I am an honest business person, do not start the business, because you have to be self-motivated. You have to. If you don't believe in your own brand, don't expect nobody else to believe in it. And so I just tell people the truth. Business for, not something that's to be played around with. That is for real people who are real business people, and not people that just stand up and say, "Oh, I run a business," because real business owners don't have to tell you they run nothing. You see they work.
Yes, that's true. You are so right. You're so right. Well, can you share some of your daily personal habits? I think you've already kind of touched on a lot of them, but is there one or two things you can say that you do on a daily basis that that could attribute to your success?
Yeah, I mean, from a financial standpoint, and a business standpoint is, one philosophy that I live by is to make more money than you spend, and that's my goal every single day, is to be able to build resources, build more, increase our finances for my business so that my business can grow, which will allow me to help the billion of people that I inspire or set out to inspire. And so, I wake up every day and we just focus on, the small numbers, before you can, I hear a lot of people say they want to be like millionaires or in the NBA, but I mean, you have to make a strategic plan, man. First, before you can make $1 million, have you made $5,000 yet? Have you made 10?
Right.
Everybody just want to jump to success, but don't nobody want to take the route to success. And success cannot be MapQuested nor Googled. You have to define your own route to success, and everybody's route is totally different. So, that's why I say I never will talk at people, because I'll just tell you my personal stories, because I don't never want to feel like, I'm talking down on people and nothing like that, because, my mission and what I do, and me personally, I'm no better than, nobody else. I'm on the same level playing field. I come from the same. I know, a lot of people think you have to have a lot of money to start a business, and it's like you just need to know where OPM is. Use other people's money so your business can get funded.
Exactly.
And that's the type of stuff that, I like to teach people. I like to, show people so they can understand that you don't have to have no big funding to start with the technology that we have like in 2014. You just have to have a creative idea. If a person can sell you free water, why we can't sell your idea?
Absolutely. I mean, look at me. I'm actually doing a radio show, from my home. I have a studio set up in my home. And as long as you have internet and you have a computer, you can do so much, So, yeah, I totally agree with that. Totally. So do you have any internet resources or a business tool that you use on a daily basis with your business that you can share with our listeners?
To be honest with you, I use Instagram, Facebook. Pretty much I use every social media that I possibly can. You know, any outlet that would you gotta remember, we live in a social media age, and I don't think people use social media like it should be used. You have the opportunity to meet Oprah or any leader that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just hit them up. Like, you remember how hard it used to be to try to talk to the president?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I choose that social media is how our whole business runs. It's like it deletes, having to have employees if you know how to use it the correct way. And so instead of you having to have a person sitting on your job paying them, you just have to figure out how to get people to take a T-shirt or take your brand and ask them to share the product with 5 other people or 5 to 10 other people, and ask them to share it to 3 other people. And next thing you know, you market your brand to the people who are going to purchase it. So, for example, I have a "You Can Never Have Too Much Faith" shirt. So I set up promos on Facebook to actually target, people who actually believe in that message, whether it's the church organization, whether it's people that, people who need inspiration in their life.
It's a compound effect. I like the way you put that. 3 people, then they share it with 3 other people, and before you know it, you have this, massive audience. And you're right. Social media is, you are your own marketer these days. You don't need to hire an advertising agency in most cases because you can pretty much do it yourself. And a long time ago, we didn't have social media. So there was, like you said, you could not contact Oprah or some other celebrity. I mean, even with my show here, I've been able to reach so many people that I would have never been able to reach if it were not for social media. And I have actors. Yeah, that's exactly how you and I met. Exactly. So, hey, we're proof that it works. Definitely works. Well, actually, I have one more question before the last is, what book or books would you recommend to our listeners?
Man, to be honest with you, I would recommend this book called My Mind is Wealthy. It come out about 6 months. It's 63 inspirational quotes on how to develop a wealthy mind. That's the book that I recommend to you.
I love that. So
my new book that's about to come out, so I got to recommend that one.
Of course. So it's going to be in 6 months, you said?
Yeah, we should be releasing it within this year, so by beginning of January.
Oh, that's wonderful! Congratulations! I'm so happy for you.
I appreciate it. It's a great. I'm real proud, of everything that we've done with Wealthy Minds. That God has really blessed me with the opportunity to come out with my book at such an age. I'm glad I can add author to my titles now.
Yes, you definitely can. Well, I may need to consult with you because I want to write a book too soon.
Take that word "won't" out, girl, and go and put that book into existence, and you got it.
Yes. Okay. I am going to write a book soon.
There we go. See, that's the first thing. You got to go and speak life into your dreams.
Yes.
And we're gonna get there.
I will be writing that book. So yeah, but I'm gonna be calling on you for help.
And I will be purchasing that book.
Definitely, most definitely. And when we'll definitely bring you back on the show too, whenever you're ready. Once you have your book, out there, so we can help you promote that.
Absolutely, I appreciate everything. I like stalking success.
You are a success stalker, that's for sure. Well, my last question, Billionaire, is this. I want you to imagine for just a minute that you woke up tomorrow morning in a brand new world, identical to Earth, but you didn't know anyone. Now, you still have all the same experience, same knowledge you currently have today. Your food is taken care of, your shelter is taken care of, but all you have is a laptop and $500. What would you do in the next 7 days?
What would I do in the next 7 days with a laptop and $500? The first thing that I probably would do is, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would send my prayer. I would pray to God and ask for direction, what I'm supposed to do in this world, because I never want to be doing something that's not my option. And so if you're going to take me and put me in a new world, I hope that it's a world that is, created by God, and a world that I can stand up and actually push, like how I'm living in this world, but I'm behind my passion. And so I would focus on, the tangible aspect of it is I would get out and start building relationships with people and seeing who were the wealthy-minded people in that area. And I say wealth, I don't necessarily mean monetary values, but the type of people that could help me establish what dream I want to live in this new world.
I'm so happy that you said that because, I talk to a lot of our guests, and when there's a reason why I ask that question. And the reason is that I want people who are, thinking about starting a business or who are, looking, or maybe who already have a business, but maybe their business is struggling, is for them to understand that you have to get out and you have to network. You have to make relationships. You have to build relationships with people in order for your business to thrive and survive. And that is really what the reason why I asked that question because, I know someone like yourself, you understand that. You have to get out and build it.
Oh, yes, ma'am, you sure do. And if you don't build it, somebody will build their job and they'll put you on it.
Exactly. You are so right. You are so right. Well, Billionaire, I have just really enjoyed our time today and hearing about your journey. And I know our listeners have really enjoyed this as well. And you're just so inspiring. I just really have to say that. And before we go, let's end this way. I want you to give our listeners a piece of advice and a piece of guidance before we go. And then share the best way they can find you. And then we'll say goodbye.
I just encourage people not to sleep on their dreams, but to dream with their eyes open. I really feel like a lot of people, they awoke, they sleepwalking, and they just sleeping on their dreams. A lot of people talk about what they want to do, but nobody's really executing it. And, people, what I do, I live by that word, like talk less, execute more. People will respect you more. And so, you don't got to tell everybody what you're doing. Just show them. You ain't got to tell everybody you're going to create $1 billion. Just show me you did it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So how can our listeners follow you and find out what you're doing?
Every single person. I just built it. My team, we just built an amazing new WealthyMindsOnline.com. Send the videos to Oprah, WealthyMindsOnline.com. Send anything we got going on, send that to Oprah. Dream on speaking into existence. So I always say that, just asking for people to spread this positive message. You can follow me. I wish I had a leader button on social media so I can hang out with the leaders. But to everybody that would like to follow me, go on Instagram and just follow at Billionaire PA, at Billionaire PA, Wealthy Mind. Stay positive, have a wealthy day, and send the videos to Oprah.
We will definitely do that. Well, we thank you so much for being on the show today. And I just appreciate you for being so transparent with your journey. And also, you will also have a show notes page on our website at successtalkersradio.com/billionairepa. So everything we talked about today, we will bullet that out and also put those links on that page for our listeners as well.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all for taking the time out to
Thank you so much. And for everyone out there listening to us and for tuning in, we thank you. And until our next episode, keep stalking success. Well, that'll do it for another episode of Success Stalkers Radio. If you'd like to hear more from these inspiring entrepreneurs and entertainers, be sure to subscribe to the Success Stalkers Radio podcast on iTunes. And if you found value in this episode, give us a review, hopefully 5 stars. You may also visit us at successstalkers.com. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you.